DePaul Blue Demon basketball. The Blue Demons tonight hosting the UAB Blazers. Hi again, everybody, and welcome in. I'm Lance McAlister. Alongside tonight is my broadcast partner, David Kaplan. And David, you can say a lot of things about this DePaul team that's lost 10 games. One thing you can't say is that this team has quit on Joey Meyer.
No, Joey's probably doing his best coaching job. When you look, Lance, at the teams they've had to play from Cal, Memphis, Cincinnati, they could have won all these games. This team has not hung their head in spite of a 10-game losing streak.
Two players to keep an eye on tonight for the Blue Demons. One outside, one inside, and they're very entertaining.
Well, Brian Bowden's a real solid player, a guy who can step out to 18, 19 feet and make jump shots. He can trigger the outlet pass. He defends the best interior player on the opposition. He can do so many things for DePaul. He's so strong and so positive a player for DePaul. As he goes inside, DePaul will go outside. Jermaine Watts, 16.3 points per game. One of their leading guys in terms of governing tempo. With Peter Patton's injury, Jermaine Watts is the key guy. 80 to 85% of the time, the ball will be in his hands. Here you see the dramatic three that he nailed to tie the Memphis game at the gun.
Now, as far as what to watch for on the other side tonight for UAB, it's this guy, the big guy, Carlos Williams.
Well, Carlos Williams, when he was recruited to UAB, was one of the biggest name recruits outside the area to choose the Blazers in a long time. He's out of Detroit, Michigan, legitimate high school All-American, over 20 points per game. This guy can really, really play. And if you take a look at the standings in Conference USA in the red division, Tulane only has that narrow one-game lead over UAB. Huge game for the Blazers tonight, and they know it.
Hey, folks, sit back. Get ready for some basketball. DePaul trying to break a 10-game losing streak. They're hosting UAB tonight. Stick around. We're coming back with the pregame starting lineups and the opening tip coming up next on Sports Channel.
Here's typical Pace commuter Phil Dugan. Nice catch.
Thank you.
I bet you like Pace's easy connections to CTA and Metro.
Pace gets me where I'm going on time, and timing is everything. Careful.
Hey!
He who hesitates...
Yeah, right. Gets soaked. You know, thing is, Pace buses...
They run the way everything should. Like clockwork.
Well, here's one now. What do you know?
Actually, I did know.
Yeah, figures. Pace, a fresh approach to public transportation. See you at lunch, Phil. What do you say about 12:01?
On the next Sears Schoolyard Camp.
What should I call you? Should I call you Mr. Jordan or Mike or Michael, MJ?
How old are you? For, see how you can score some goals.
Here goes nothing.
There it is.
Woo! Now, if my family was to buy me Blazers, would you come to my house?
I brought Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant to show and tell.
I have wanted to be a doctor since I was 5 years old.
Don't miss Sears Schoolyard Jam, Tuesday night at 6:30.
Searching for freshness? Searching for authentic old-world cooking? Searching for a comfortable atmosphere where the whole family is welcome? Then discover Traverso's in Naperville. Family-owned and operated for 30 years, Traverso serves handmade pastas from the villages of northern Italy, pizza voted #1 in Naperville by North Central College, and a full menu including tasty ribs, sandwiches, and Mama T's famous cheesecake. A children's menu, carry-out and delivery service.
Traverso's, 9100 South Plainfield, Naperville Road.
Are you looking for a super clean, pre-driven car, truck, or hard-to-find vehicle?
If you are, Salozzi Edelson Chevrolet is tough to beat.
That's right. We've got over 200 in stock and ready for immediate delivery.
With over 100 sport utilities, vans, and trucks.
And over 100 used cars. We've got what you're looking for. So visit us today.
At Salozzi Edelson Chevrolet in Elmhurst at York and Roosevelt Roads, where you always save more money.
Welcome back to the Rosemont Horizon, just about set for basketball. The DePaul Blue Demons 7-13, trying to snap a 10-game losing streak against UAB, 13-8 coming in tonight. Let's take a look, Cappy, at the starting lineups tonight for these two ball clubs. We get ready for basketball. Gene Bartow, the head coach, got some impressive numbers, 644 wins in 34 seasons. His starting lineup, Carlos Williams. Jones aids him on the front line along with Norman Williams, and in the backcourt it's Will Bailey along with Cedric Dixon. For Joey Meyer and those DePaul Blue Demons had tough times of late, hoping for better times tonight. Little change in the starting lineup on the front line. It's Brian Curry. Bryant Bowden will keep an eye out for his back and the spasms he's been experiencing of late. Thomas Cooper in the three-guard set along with Jermaine Watts and Peter Patton. And as you look at Joey Meyer, Coach, you got to give a lot of credit to, David, the way he has handled this losing streak. He has not ducked interviews. He's been very open about things, and I think the players feed off his ability to handle adversity.
Well, I agree with you there, and I also think that they know they've been close against very good teams as you look at the officials. Mac Chauvin, Hal Lusk, and Rusty Herring. Very solid crew out of Conference USA. Look at the series history. DePaul leads at 14-5 and swept both games last year. This is a team DePaul feels they play well against, that they match up well against. They know they're going to have to handle Carlos Williams. This is a big game for DePaul because they need a victory big time, and they think they can get it here tonight.
We are underway in the first possession to DePaul. Here's Peter Patton. Has really come on of late in the last couple of games. He's rounding into shape after having severe problems with that ankle for much of the season. Watts is the man who carried them against Cal over the weekend, carried them through some tough stretches, and had 20 points against the Bears on Sunday in that effort that came up short for the Blue Demons. Shot clock at 6. Patton will fire, and Patton will miss.
Well, that's not what Joey wanted. They really didn't do a good job there on first possession, executing their offense and setting screens.
UAB with its first possession. Down low to Norman Williams. Watch him work. Here's Carlos, the man to keep an eye out for tonight. And Bailey will launch for 3, and he hits.
That's a big basket because Will Bailey had a case of the jitters before the game. This is his hometown. It's his return trip. Graduate of Dunbar High School. What a better way to get off than hit your first shot for 3.
Ball down 3 early. Cooper tries to answer, cannot do it. Curry with the tip, no. And there's Bowden with a big 2. Good to see that early because we've worried about his back, as has Joey Meyer, for the past couple of days.
Yeah, he strained at weightlifting on Friday, and they were stretching him 15 minutes ago, and he was having a tough time getting loose.
Jermaine Watts thought he had a pick, but instead gets a foul, his first.
You know, Bowden did not arrive at the arena with the team. Many people feel that a lot of kids are in school to play basketball and education is just something they have to deal with, but that's not the case in Conference USA or at DePaul. Bowden came right from a physiology lab, got here at 5:30, threw his uniform on and ran out on the court.
I never liked physiology. I tried to stay away from that class.
I hated it.
UAB a 1-point leader early. Here's Bailey, who had the 3 to open the scoring. Now it's Jones out top. Shot clock at 15. 3 in the air, and 3 good by Chad Jones.
Boy, ring up 2 long trays. Big time shots gets UAB off going good. They won a game earlier in the year, Lance, we talked about earlier. 25% shooting, and they won the game. This is not a great shooting team.
And a turnover against the Demons. A slow start early for DePaul as it bounces off Watts.
And something they can ill afford. You cannot continue all season long to look up at the scoreboard and say, oh my God, we're down 17, 18 points. And that's what they had to come back against Memphis. A big deficit.
And Joey has wondered how many times his team can continue to knock on the door and be denied in the form of a victory before it stops knocking. That is his biggest concern. Off the screen, Dixon's jumper rims out, and Bowden with the board. Here come the Demons, down 4. Peter Patton bounces down low and out of bounds. And off a Blue Demon. Another turnover against the Demons.
Yeah, unforced error. That's just a poor pass. You can see Joey perplexed early. Get a look there. That's Murray Bartow, the heir apparent to his dad right there, the head man, Gene Bartow.
Here's Carlos Williams averaging just over 20 points a game. Scoops and kicks out and gets it back. He will launch, and he will hit. That's a 3. They're raining 3s early at the horizon for the UAB Blazers.
Carlos Williams is a big-time player.
9-2. Big possession here as Cooper takes it baseline. Gives it up and gets it back. Watts once into the corner. He was open. Rotation slow, and he's cut off. And another turnover against the Demons.
They're completely out of sync offensively right now, Lance. I'll give a lot of credit to UAB's defense.
Watts with the pick, though. Tries to save and does so. 16:30 left here in the first half. 9-2 UAB leads.
Good matchup inside. Watch Curry on Carlos Williams.
Here's Bowden. Jumper short. And boarded loose on the floor by UAB. DePaul ice cold.
Well, it's one thing if you're ice cold missing good shots. They haven't even got good looks at the basket other than Bowden's bucket.
Watts works on Bailey. Here's the lob down low and the kick back out. Jones baseline, double teamed, and did he step on the line or was there contact?
Contact, you're going to get Thomas Cooper, I believe.
Thomas Cooper starting tonight.
Well, he just gets caught up in a screen and doesn't react quick enough, and Brian Curry doesn't do a quick enough job in ball rotation. You must recognize what's going on as you get a great floor angle look. Must recognize what's going on in man-to-man defense. Help your teammates. 9-2. UAB off to a quick start on the strength of 3 trays. The Blue Demons are struggling. 15:50 left here in first half at the horizon.
The Husky Pack is on the attack. Head coach Brian Hamill and his pack of hungry NIU Huskies are poised to pounce on the competition. It's wall-to-wall MCC action beginning Thursday, February 8th, when the Huskies take on Illinois Chicago at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday, February 10th, NIU takes on arch-rival Wisconsin Green Bay. Join us at Evans Fieldhouse for this important MCC homestand. Call for tickets at 1-800-332-HOWL.
Recently, Car and Driver magazine rated Dodge Intrepid over the new Ford Taurus. They described Intrepid as poised, agile, and athletic. They said it was born to run. They went on about its vast interior, calling Intrepid outstanding, and concluded it's a lot of car for the money. Car and Driver just can't say enough about Intrepid, but we like it when they try. Intrepid, this changes everything.
7-point lead in the early stages of this one for UAB. The cheerleaders trying to get the crowd into it. They've kind of, for all intents and purposes, been taken out right from the get-go with the slow start by the Demons.
Well, that's the key when you're a team on the road, and we're talking about UAB here. You want to hit your first couple 3 shots, so you start to throw a little cold water on the crowd. A team like DePaul on a 10-game losing streak, you don't want them to get their legs under them and get confidence. Plus, you need some confidence. You're not a great shooting team as it is. They've done it all.
3 in the air on the wing. This one kicks out and boarded by Peter Patton. Jones came up short, and the alley-oop batted away. Jones got back. Missed on one end, and look at the field goal shooting. They haven't attempted a 2. They're sticking outside as they do here. Williams will miss. Fought for and out of bounds, and a smart play by, well, looked to be smart, but it's not safe. It'll be DePaul basketball.
Stepped on the line.
Dixon had the right idea, couldn't execute.
Well, DePaul has to come down now and quit trying half-court alley-oop passes and try to get their offense established by setting some good, solid screens.
Here's Patton and the kick, and they'll reset. Peter Patton has mentioned bouncing back after the ankle injury in his last 2 games, 7 points and 11 points, and shooting much better, and Joey Meyer's glad to see that.
They need Patton to open things up inside. But they're 2 studs inside, and Curry and Bowden, they're 2 best players they've had in a long time together on a front line.
Here's Watts. That's a turnover, 4th of the game for the Demons, and we're just about 5 minutes into this one.
They're completely out of sync right now, Lance. DePaul looks to be trying to create things off the dribble drive rather than setting good screens and running their patterned offense.
Well, if there is a team that you'd expect might be out of sync, it's UAB. Their last game was postponed. Haven't played since January 30th. They were supposed to play Southern Miss on Sunday, but weather conditions prevented Southern Miss from coming in, and that's another 3. That is Dixon. 4 threes by 4 different players. 12-2.
4 minutes since a DePaul basket.
Watts a little shake and bake. Nothing doing inside. Gives it up to Peter Patton. Patton to Curry. Now he gets it back. Peter pulls the trigger, and Peter airballs it, and things are getting ugly in a hurry right now for DePaul.